Hey there, it's Lily, and welcome to the very first episode of the podcast. I'm really glad you're here. Today, we're talking about something simple but powerful: feelings. Now, I know that can sound a little deep for a language podcast, right? But trust me, it's important. Because when you learn English, you're not just learning how to order coffee or ask for the bathroom. You're learning how to be yourself in a whole new language. And being yourself starts with saying how you feel. So this episode is all about emotions: happy, tired, nervous, excited, bored, calm, and everything in between. And I'm not going to teach it like a grammar class. This is just me, Lily, talking to you like a friend, sharing real feelings, real words, and real life. So, how are you feeling today? Let me tell you how I felt this morning. I woke up, made some coffee, opened the window, and it was cloudy. Gray sky, no sun. A little cold. Now, usually I love mornings. But today, I just felt a little off. Not sad. Not tired. Just not fully me. In English, I might say, I feel off today. Or maybe, I feel a bit low. Simple, right? But it says a lot. That's why I love these small English phrases. They're honest. They work. Other mornings are completely different. The light is perfect. I slept well. My coffee is delicious. And I feel ready to dance. On days like that, I say, I feel great. I feel good. I feel full of energy. Those are the easy feelings to share, right? But not every feeling is fun or simple. Let me tell you about one time I felt nervous, really nervous. A few years ago, I had to speak at an event. A small one, maybe 40 or 50 people. But still, I was shaking. I could feel my heartbeat in my ears. And I kept thinking, what if I forget what I'm going to say? I smiled. I stood up. I spoke. And after 5 minutes, the fear was gone. I finished, people clapped, and I sat back down. I felt so many things in that short moment. First, I felt nervous. Then I felt proud. Then I felt relieved. That's how fast our emotions can change. And that's why having simple English to describe them is so helpful. Let's talk about excitement for a second. It's one of my favorite feelings. You know that feeling when something amazing is about to happen? You're not living the moment yet, but it's coming? I feel that way before trips. A few months ago, I was planning a weekend in the countryside. Just a small break. But I was packing my bag, and I suddenly said out loud, I feel excited already. And I did. I felt that little buzz of joy. That something good is coming feeling. And in English, that one word, excited, says it all. Now, let's be real. Some days are boring. There's nothing going on. You check your phone for no reason. You open the fridge like 5 times. Those days, I feel bored. I feel stuck. And sometimes, those feelings turn into something deeper, like loneliness. That's a hard one to admit, but we all feel it sometimes. I remember one Sunday evening a few years ago. It was quiet. Too quiet. I was alone in my apartment. The weekend was ending, and I suddenly felt it. This emptiness. Not sadness. Just space. That's when I said to myself, I feel lonely tonight. And I picked up the phone. I called a friend. We talked about silly things for an hour, and after that, I didn't feel lonely anymore. That's the power of naming what you feel. It helps you move through it. Another word I use often is emotional. I'm one of those people who cry during movies, even happy ones. Music, too. Sometimes I hear a song I haven't heard in years, and boom, I'm in tears. In English, I say, this song makes me feel emotional. Or simply, I feel emotional today. It doesn't always mean sad. It just means you're feeling something big, something real. And then there are moments when I feel calm, peaceful, quiet. Usually, it's when I'm walking. No phone, no noise, just me, my steps, and maybe the wind. In those moments, I smile a little and say to myself, I feel calm, or I feel at peace. Not excited, not tired, just still. That's a good feeling too. And a good thing to say in English. You see, when we talk about our emotions, even with simple words, we connect. We connect to ourselves and we connect to others. I know that when you're learning English, it can feel easier to hide. To say, I'm fine, even when you're not. But what if next time you try something else? What if you say, I feel a little tired today? Or, I feel excited about the weekend. That's real. That's human. That's English that matters. So, my friend, wherever you are, whatever you're doing right now, take a breath and ask yourself, how do I feel? Say it in English. It doesn't have to be perfect, just honest. And that's it for today. Thanks for spending this time with me. Thanks for listening and feeling with me.